afternoon, guys. This is Sarge here from PaymentEye, and I'm joined today by Tony Craddock, who's CEO and founder of GX. How are you doing today, Tony? Thank you for joining us.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here. Thanks for asking me.
Good, great. So, to start with, Tony, could you tell us a little bit about yourself and your background in the payment space?
Sure, I've been in the payment space for about a decade, but I've been in the business of helping people make money out of their business-to-business activities for a little bit longer than that. And so I'm an entrepreneur first and foremost, but I'm passionate about the potential for payments and making a big difference in the world around us.
So GX is a facilitator of discussion and engagement in the payment space. Could you tell us a little bit more about GX and how it thrives?
Sure. Well, we realized about a decade ago that in this nascent, fast-moving, complex industry, with massive opportunity but also massive challenge, that it was quite difficult to navigate your way through it and ensure you could be successful. So we set up a business that helps people get an unfair advantage, particularly in the emerging payments industry. And we do that through providing three things: providing a stream of data-driven insight, by connecting people through events, and by providing, if you like, an outsourced business development resource that can help people solve day-to-day problems that they find challenging and difficult.
Right. So you provide a range of experiences and activities to promote engagement within the industry. So you recently had a conference, which was the Pay360 conference. Could you tell me a little bit about that?
Sure. Pay360 is a conference with a bit of a difference. We believe really strongly in engaging people and getting people to work on stuff rather than just sit and listen. So we facilitated some discussions. We got real experts who were practitioners rather than people selling stuff to share their stories and their views. We promoted discussions around round tables, and then we got some panel discussions going during which people were helped to work out what it all meant for them and their business. And we've got another one of these coming up in February, really looking at the really tough area around regulation, which is one of the potential inhibitors to the adoption of the really exciting innovations that we see day in, day out in our industry.
Great. It's great to see that you're engaging with your members in various different forms through whether it's content or events and experiences. So what do you predict to be the biggest landscape changes in the payments space over the next coming years?
That's a big question. It's driven by customer connectivity. More people connected to each other and to the businesses that serve them than ever before. Of course, that leads to the second landscape changer, which relates to the mobile handset, the smartphone, and what that enables in terms of people and businesses becoming better able to, through that connectivity, serve each other well. The third thing that implies, of course, is a shift in regulations. We are looking at 5 new sets of regulations that will change the landscape of payments forever in a way that we really none of us can quite predict and few of us understand. And of course, with that backdrop, the implication is that the retailers are really working out what this means for them. And they're very excited, on the one hand, about the chance to enrich this experience that consumers get in store. And on the other hand, they're concerned about losing control and losing the customer. And so bringing together contactless payment and NFC, bringing together mobile point of sale, bringing together location-based marketing, those 3 technologies are going to change the way in which we shop in ways that we've never seen before. That, of course, leads to the fact that there's great opportunity for people to both make money and lose money. And the investors are saying, can I have a slice of that really sexy profit-generating pie, please? So we're seeing more new players and more investment coming in. So that's the fifth landscape changer. And the final one, I think, will be relating to the challenges that the traditional payment platforms, the networks, are going to have on how they glue all this together.
Okay, so with regards to the number of big industry players coming in and everybody wanting a slice of the payments pie, what do you think is going to differentiate between the winners and the losers? What's it going to be?
I spent a couple of days last week at CART, 30,000 people, 450 exhibitors. And I interviewed some of the CEOs from some of the biggest and some of the smallest companies, and they really fell into two camps. Sure, you could say they fell into the winners and the losers camp, but that would be a bit obvious. What I really mean is that they fell into the camp of the people who were talking about the future from a customer perspective and the people talking about the future from a technology point of view. And I've got to say, my intuition and my experience suggests that the winners will be the ones who think about the customer. So why is it that that we don't have massive adoption of NFC yet? Why is it that consumers are struggling to realize the potential of their handsets? Why is it that we aren't all out there rapidly adopting every new technology? And I think part of it is because, as an industry, we are a bit technology driven, and the winners will be the ones who are customer driven.
So when will mobile payments achieve mass adoption amongst consumers?
Well, part of the challenge here is you've got the retailer, you've got the telco, and you've got the bank, all three of them trying to get their unfair share of the customer and the customer's wallet. Well, of course, the customer doesn't really mind about that. What they mind is, does this solve a problem for me? Does it allow me to do things in a way that's simple, convenient, easy, and value-adding? Now, I believe that the challenge or the problem that an awful lot of mobile operators or people with mobile solutions have at the moment is that they don't recognize that their customers want more than just another way to pay. Anybody who's thinking that I'm going to pay with my phone rather than with cash or card just because it's the phone is not onto a winner. I believe that it'll only achieve widespread adoption when there's value added, either because it adds prestige, possibly, either because it adds service benefits or financial benefits, or some other product features that are only available to them if they have the mobile payment device. So to me, it's all about value added. Without that, people are potentially throwing good money after bad.
So fraud prevention, security and identification are becoming bigger matters in the industry. And how much do you think this has to do with the rise of big data and security fears?
Well, the irony is it's actually very little to do with data protection, security, fraud. It's all to do with the fact people are getting better at stealing other people's money. And our game is, as with the drug testers in sport, where their goal is simply to stay one step ahead of the drug authorities, it's the same here. So the fraud prevention agencies, the security people, the authentication specialists, their job is to keep ahead of some increasingly smart, intelligent and well-equipped fraudsters who are out there to take your money if you give them half a chance.
Okay, so tell me, what does it take to thrive in this extraordinarily fast-paced and moving complex industry?
To me, the opportunity is as big as the challenge. So what I think it takes is really getting to the right people, really understanding the market and the consumers within it, and making sure you don't try and do everything yourself. And essentially that's the rationale behind GX. We help people meet the right people and do more business with them. We help people understand what's going on through the research and intelligence we provide, and we give them a place they can go to for help, whether it's on finding those people, making those decisions, or overcoming day-to-day challenges.
I mean, I've seen with my own eyes how GX has been a great facilitator of engagement amongst the industry, and we see more and more how collaboration between different industry players and partners is a necessity in order for progression. So you guys are doing a fantastic job.
Thank you. And this is why the Emerging Payments and Prepaid Awards is a success, because unlike many industries, everybody knows they need each other. So we collaborate, we cooperate, we celebrate at the annual Emerging Payments and Prepaid Awards, and what we do is promote best practice, promote innovation, and promote quality. And we have a hell of a good 8-hour celebration at the same time.
Yeah, you certainly do. So thank you for joining us today, Tony, and we wish you all the best going forward.
Thank you very much indeed for having me.